James, you're off camera, but why don't you give a quick intro of the Breya Cube?
Right, so this is the Breya Cube. It's inspired by my favorite Magic card, which is, Breya.
It'd be weird if it was inspired by your favorite Magic card.
Bomat Courier.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was going to name a green card, but sure.
Oh, yeah. So, no green cards, no green pips, no forests. You can make green mana for things like engineered explosives. But the cube is really trying to make people think about four mechanics, which is there's a high density of artifacts, a high density of enchantments, a lot of ways to sacrifice and things that care about you sacrificing, as well as discard for madness and cycling payoffs and things like that. With the absence of green, that also means there's an absence of ramp, but I've tried to kind of facilitate that in the colorless section of the cube. So there's a lot of mana rocks and some things that you can kind of fill out your curve with at the colorless section, like Emrakul the Promised End, or that one dude that blows up all the lands.
Sundering Titan.
That one. We got there.
Which dude? That dude.
There's 100% chance I'm going to forget one card name during this each time.
I mean, that's totally fine. We all do. My deck, if you want to switch over to my view, James, I'm playing a Grixis kind of control deck. I mean, it's a control deck if I don't draw my threats immediately, or it's a tempo deck if I have them early. So it can play both sides of the coin here. I'm not thrilled with this deck's mana base. I think this mana base is really pretty awful. I've only got these 5 fixing lands, and none of them fixed for blue, which is my main color. So I'm playing a big pile of islands, a single swamp, which makes for a total of 6 black sources, and then 3 mountains, which makes for a total of, I think, 7 red sources, which is not the kind of mana base I like to play. It did work out for me in the last round against James, but I'm still waiting for the game where I just can't cast any of my spells. I'm sure it's coming at some point. In this matchup, I think my plan is going to be to answer key cards out of Anthony, ignore stuff that is just enablers, ramp, that kind of stuff, and just answer his key cards and probably kill him with flyers. The ground might be clogged up. Very important that I don't let Ugin resolve. So that's going to be my strategy.
All right.
Over here, we got Ugin, who I'm going to try and resolve really, really hard, and it's going to be great.
The harder you try to cast it, the easier it is.
I don't know about this deck. I kind of tried to lean into, so we did this draft virtually with a full 8-player pod and then build the decks in paper. So I kind of tried to lean into some of the sort of artifact synergies with Urza, Sai, Emery, things like that. I'm also actually pretty curious about Tameshi. I didn't get to play the last game, but I'm curious if that can do some stuff here. And then if I am going to win this game, it's probably going to be either doing stuff like Monastery Mentor and looping Sensei's Dividing Top, or hopefully just getting lucky and cracking a bunch of artifacts with KCI and casting Ugin.
Playing really big stuff. We'll
stuff.
Get me.
We'll see what happens.
All right, Anthony, evens or odds?
James is here off camera. Evens.
Hello.
Always evens. I don't need to add
I know you say always one of the two, but I can never remember which one it is.
Even feels so much like
there you go. It's evens.
Default. Oh, hell yeah. I will be on the play.
I'm just piling my deck up in the most triggering way, just mushing it all together, all these beautiful cards. You got to play, Anthony.
Just do a really hard riffle shuffle.
Best of luck to you. This is perfect for me because I actually can't see chat, which is I think the way what I need to be able to actually focus on the game of Magic.
On the game of Magic: The Gathering.
All right,
we are gathered today.
I think if we played 5 matches, you win 3 of the 5 in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean Prismari Command and K Commander, just that's real hard.
They're very good Magic cards.
Yeah.
It is I don't know, it's the classic thing. Every time I think I have a good deck, I do awful. Every time I think I have a bad deck, it's oh look, everything just works, which does not say a lot out of
those extremes more.
Okay, Anthony. I'm sure I just noticed the extremes more. Real fun guy to hang out with and talk about experience.
Wow, that actually makes me feel pretty bad.
I'm going to keep my hand. I'm going to show it off, Anthony. No peeking.
Okay, now I have to do the struggle. You can tell from 2 words that I'm thinking of the priest in Princess Bride. I'm supposed to draw with this hand? I don't know how to do it.
It feels like that's where the loser should definitely sit, though.
Some people, Allison likes to draw on that side.
It's very confusing.
Well, that's what started this whole thing. Allison last week likes to draw on that side. I'm keeping this hand, so I assume chat has seen it by now.
I'm going to keep this hand as well, but it is a little bit clunky. We'll see what happens.
You're on the play, Anthony.
All right, here we go.
Take it away.
I'm going to start things off with a Bloodstained Mire and say go.
I'll draw. Let's play a Polluted Delta.
Mm-hmm.
And also say go.
I'm going to crack this Bloodstained Mire. Hey, I think we're getting this Fetid Pools. Haven't thought about my deck for 45 minutes, and I've forgotten what lands it has. Fetid Pools comes
There
into
we
play
go.
tapped.
Is that correct? Oh,
Oh, you should probably change my name. From
yeah.
James.
You gotta save. That's what they were talking about. We got there. No more identity theft on stream.
Was there's a little bit of identity confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
Alright.
freaky boy.
I will untap. I will draw a card. I'm gonna go ahead and play an island, and then pay 2 for Ichor Wellspring. At this battlefield, I will draw a card.
It's Ichor. All right, I'm
gonna
gonna
say Ichor.
sacrifice my Polluted Delta, go get an island, put me to 19, James. Then I'm gonna use that island to basic land cycle Ash Barrens on my end step.
Ooh, you love to see it.
And I will get my Lonely Swamp in my deck. All right. I will untap. Draw. Play aforementioned Swamp. Play a Baleful Strix.
Hey,
Trigger.
don't like that.
Draw a card. Pass the turn.
That's a 20-turn clock.
I'll untap. draw a
19
card.
turns. He's
Yeah.
at 19.
I'm gonna play Plains, and pass the turn.
Untap. Draw a card. Let's go ahead and play a Mountain. Perfect mana, never
You
didn't
got
have it.
Wow, beautiful.
Tron assembled.
Don't you dare.
Attack you for 1.
Ow.
Put you to 18. Think about what I'm gonna do.
Do it.
I think I'm just gonna go ahead. I'll play a Talisman of Dominance.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
All right, I will draw for turn. Passing with Sensor mana up. This is where a good Magic player would know if they should play around Sensor. I feel like given that I would just be giving up my whole turn and I did nothing last turn, I'm just going to go for it. Urza.
I'm gonna make disappear
Ah,
Urza.
okay.
But
But
yeah, I'm just gonna make disappear Urza. I'll just counter that.
counters it unless I pay 2.
Yes.
Cool. Great, and then I will pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Play another Mountain. In for 1.
I'll take 1.
Put you to 17. Pass the turn.
Wow. Terrifying. Untap. Draw a card. I will play a Scalding Tarn and say go.
Alright, I'm going to take 1 damage off of my Talisman of Dominance, go to 18, and flash in a Brazen Borrower.
Okay.
And then I will untap. I will draw.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, I'm just what does an Urza hole look like?
I mean, just like that.
Does the make disappear art as a whole?
Right,
Yeah.
just-
I'll attack for 4.
I'll take 4.
Put you down to 13.
Great.
Did you get that, James? 13?
13. Who's at 13?
Me.
Anthony
Oh, boy.
is. Just
Yeah.
took 4.
All these annoying flyers. I'm not drawing a lot of gas.
And I played Sulphurous Springs for turn, and I will pass.
I'm going to take 1, crack my Scalding Tarn, and get a tapped Hallowed Fountain. Go to 12. Go to 12.
Oh.
So I really got to pay attention in that seat. Seems like you're not doing anything, but you're actually doing the whole thing.
You're doing the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you also coach me on how to play Magic the Gathering?
Don't draw.
Drawing right now? Do I draw now with my right hand?
Draw a little picture of what you want your deck to do.
Draw 3 cards. All right, so that's great. We're going to play an island and then pay 6 and cast a Noxious Gearhulk.
I'm going to syncopate that.
Okay.
Oof.
Tapping like that.
Okay, and I'll pass the turn.
I'm just gonna.
My strategy was I've just only played the 3 non-land spells in my opening hand.
I'm just gonna cast Obsessive Search with a mana off my talisman. I take
Sure.
1 James, go to 17.
Yeah, you got it.
Draw. You know what? I'm also just gonna cycle this Canyon Slaw. Draw.
Good choice. Good choice.
Untap. Draw.
Syncopate Exiling is also
Rough.
it's rough.
Good combat, Anthony.
Yeah, I'll take
Attack
another
you
4.
for 4.
Go to 9. Modern.
Isn't it 8? I've got Anthony at 12.
Was it? Were you? I mean, I might have forgotten your Scalding Tarn damage. Yeah, I think you are at 12.
Great.
Sorry, Anthony.
That's okay. 8's a good place to be. Love to be a power of 2 of life total.
I think I'm just gonna pass the turn. Go
That's
ahead.
how I think about stuff. All right, I'm gonna untap, draw on a card. Hell yeah! I want to play an island, and I'll say go. What's really fun is we have a history. Maybe it's just confirmation bias or
Right.
something. But James, whenever he looks over my shoulder, whatever game I'm playing, it's like, oh, your hand is completely non-functional.
I was just thinking about that. It's like,
And now I've got you here the whole time.
All right, I'll untap.
And that's like this Tuesday. Well, I was
I'll
playing
draw.
against Hillary, and it's like she's doing all kinds of big stuff, and I'm like, I have 3 bounce lands and 2 other lands in my hand. And you're like, oh, this is not going well, is it?
Play a Scrabbling
It was not.
Claws.
Okay,
Attack for 4.
I'll take 4.
And I will just pass the turn.
All right, here we go. This is gonna be a great draw right here.
that ain't right. I'm like, you're not at 84. That'd be-
Whoa.
84. Yep.
Whoa.
Sorry, Andy. You missed the fact that I'm at 84. Here's a
Ugin?
swamp.
Ugin?
Let's go to the next game.
Oh,
Because I don't have a way to interact with your flyers, and I assume you will attack me.
I wanted you to cast Ugin.
Sorry, I would have loved to cast Ugin.
All right, sideboard tech against Anthony.
That was cool. So yeah, I just cast the 2 drop, the 4 drop, and the 6 drop.
And I countered
and
the 2 that mattered. Like I said, that was
yep.
my game playing
and I
chat.
only,
We put it together. We did
and
the plan.
I only drew lands.
I'll try not to look at your hand.
Yeah, please.
Take the curse away.
All right.
Ooh, actually, I think I like this more against Anthony. All right, chat. If you want to show my screen, James, my focus
Yeah.
view, I'm going to bring in these 2 cards against Anthony. The question is, what am I going to bring out? I like this against some cards in Anthony's deck that I can't beat, should they resolve. And I like this because Anthony has a lot of that. Yeah,
Just for that.
you get
Okay,
it, chat.
well,
You get it, chat. I'm once again going to cut this. I don't think that's really making the cut. I'm also going to cut this, I think.
That's bold.
Anthony did make mention last time of... I didn't get a really good look at his whole deck list. I don't know if there's anything that cares about that.
What did I mention? You can tell me what I mentioned. That's fine.
Well, you mentioned that you were sad that the thing exiled.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah.
But I still think I'm going to make that cut. I mean, the other thing I could cut... Like, maybe I don't need, in addition to all the other ones that I have... Like... No, but that... Maybe I don't need this. If I can't do that, what's it really going to do for me in this matchup? And the only ways I have to do that are like 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 ways to do that?
It's the wrong. You need
I'm
7.
doing it.
You need 7.
I'm cutting these 2. I'm cutting these 2. You know, no sideboard over there, Anthony?
I'm not going to sideboard over here. If
All
we
right.
go to game 3, I'm going to think about it more. But
On the play?
Don't know. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Can I draw 7 cards with my right hand? Nope.
Yeah, I've also got the perfect cards, so they.
That's
feel a
why
little
it
thicker.
is. Yeah, I'm not adjusted. I'm not
Love it.
calibrated.
I love
to
a thick perfect card.
cards.
Sorry, I shouldn't be looking.
Yeah, you just
You're allowed to look. You're the
looking
judge,
looking at
basically.
my cursed hand.
I guess I can go back.
All right, I'm on the play.
You're on the play. You gonna keep?
I'm gonna keep this hand. It's obviously this is a really dicey hand, but I'm gonna keep it, and I'm banking on that card doing something for me.
All right, chat. I hate that I'm keeping this hand,
I love that.
but I am. It's this and this. And I'm keeping this hand because I have these, and a lot of games I won't have those. And also, this maybe can buy time.
You know, the fact that I know you have Thoughtseize is maybe a reason to not keep this hand. All right, here we go. Island, go.
Polluted Delta.
Okay,
I'm going to go to Swamp, and I'm going to cast Dreams of Steel and Oil.
does that make me discard a thing?
Sure does.
Good game.
Only an artifact or creature, though.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take Emery, Lurker of the Lock.
Yup.
And that is exiled.
Oh, even better.
Right, you have Dance of the Manse. That's your Graveyard Matters card.
Yeah.
Let's see it matter now, fool. So I feel pretty good about that turn 1, chat.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
I'll draw a card. I will play a Scalding Tarn and say go.
Untap. Draw.
Just because, my hand can go ahead and crack the
Yeah,
Scalding
you
Tarn and
can-
get the Hallowed Fountain.
You can also
tapped.
conceal your hand. I can remember
Okay,
2 cards I can't beat at 7 and 8 mana and Dance of the Manse.
great.
That's fine.
I'm at 19. Sorry for not mulliganing and creating a lot of non-games.
I don't know. I think that was defensible.
I think it's a reasonable keep.
Thank you. That's very generous of you.
The turn.
I mean,
one,
you are basically kind of already
Are
on a
you
multi
passing?
5, but it's a really good 5.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Untap. Let's. Oh, sorry. Shoot, I didn't mean to get Hallowed Fountain. I meant to get the other one. Whatever. We're here. It's gonna be fine.
The other one.
Blue-black. Fetid pools. Pass.
All right. I'll draw.
Just making all kinds of punts over here.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I'll play a mountain. I'll play this mountain that is easier to tell that it's a mountain, and I'll say go.
Very kind of you.
I'm revealing extra
Untap.
information that I have another mountain in
Draw.
hand for the value of, that.
I'll play Caves of Koilos. Pay 4. Cast Krark-Clan Ironworks.
Sure.
Pass the turn.
Destroy KCI, and I'm going to loot
Okay.
twice.
Rude.
So I will draw 2, discard 2.
Shouldn't have given him a target.
What 2 am I going to discard? I think I don't want you. But I think I want the other of yous. I don't know how many targets you even have for this in your deck. I'm going to pitch Fiery Temper and a land.
I won't tell you. It's a secret.
I'll untap. I'll draw. Canyon Slug.
Mm-hmm.
Pass the turn.
It's a Klingon land. Draw. So I have Dance of the Manse. Do I just buy back KCI just to do anything?
You need one more mana, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's play an island and say go.
I want the Krark-Clan Ironworks deck to be.
I'm going to cycle this sensor.
I don't know what that has to look like though.
I don't know.
It's like hard because you need a lot of pieces that need all to be in play to do things.
It's a
You're
very
on 5 lands right now?
correct. It's a very unique card.
Wax was able to make it work once.
That makes sense.
think Retrofitter Founders was a big part of that.
Sure. Is that in this cube?
Yeah.
Card's really good.
Card is great. I'm going to play an island, and I'm going to pass the turn.
Okay. I'll draw a card. I'll play Adakar Waste.
I mean, you're almost just a hard casting 7 drops, man.
We're getting there. We're going to get there. I'm going to pay 4 mana. I'm going to cast Urza.
Please hold.
Take your time. Urza on the stack.
Can't turn him into a hole.
Can't.
I know every other card in your hand.
It's possible.
I can just dance to the mere battle ball and Ugin. This is bad.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna syncopate that.
Okay.
For enough that you can't pay.
Okay.
It for 3, 4.
I'll say go.
It is exile. You did that great.
Syncopate, a card that I know how to play.
Draw. Island. Curator of Mysteries.
Oh, that's a big guy.
Pass the turn.
I'll untap. Draw.
No land, no land, no land, no land, no land.
Punished. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Play an island. Attack for 4.
I'll take 4.
Now, how do you think you curate mysteries?
15, James.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt your cool question, but...
Because you'd have to know what they were.
A mystery, you still know what the mystery is. It's not like just completely unknown stuff. It's kind of like curating Urza-shaped holes.
Mm-hmm.
What could be this hole?
I'm going to play Glen Elendra Archmage.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
I will draw a card. I'm going to do this right now for reasons. I cast Hieroglyphic Illumination.
Read my magic card.
Okay. Reading the card explains the card.
Read my magic card. That's fine.
Okay. I will draw 2 cards. Boop, boop. I'll pay 2. I'll cast Talisman of Hierarchy.
Hold on that for a second.
Yeah.
No, it's actually fine. You can have that.
Okay. And pass the turn.
I will untap. I will draw. Rearrange my lands again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a little bit of a hard time telling which one's which. And I need to know.
Whose fault is that?
I gotta know. Combat. In for 6.
Taking 6.
I got you at 9. Play an island. Pass the turn.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Untap. Draw. It's a little bit tempting, but not that tempting. 6 mana. I will take 1 off Talisman of Hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Cast Noxious Gearhulk.
It's a 5/4.
It's a 5/4 with Menace.
And you gain life equal to its mana value?
Toughness.
Toughness.
really in the tank here.
Yeah, keeps counting those lands.
Keeps counting
That
those
can't be good.
lands. Maybe he just likes lands.
That resolves.
He's
Okay.
trying to figure out how big a shark is
Trigger.
going to be.
I will target your Curator of Mysteries.
Curator of Mysteries is targeted.
That's the first step.
Uh-oh.
That's fine.
I will gain 4 life.
Go to 13.
And I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Cast Thoughtseize. When do you go to 17? I take Battle Ball. I need 9 mana to dance and advance that. Yeah, I'll take Battle Ball.
All right. You've taken my ball.
I'll attack for 2. This is still in play.
Yes, I'll take 2.
Down to 11. And I will pass
Good night.
the turn.
Tentacle monster.
Did I miss a damage? I have at 10. You were at 8, and then you gained 4 from
Mhm.
Curator of Mysteries, so you
Yes.
would to 12.
I lost 1 from Talisman, maybe.
I thought you were at 9 and gained 4.
Wow. I'm going to draw a card while we think about this.
Yeah, chat will remember. Chat, inform James of what his life total was supposed to be, either 10 or 11. Presumably that won't have a huge impact on your turn.
No. Let's do 3 mana. Let's not do 3 mana. Let's first go to combat. Attack you for 5.
Down to 12.
Psy Master Thopterist.
Let me think again.
Yes.
Sorry to be thinking so much, but it is Magic the Gathering after all. So after this, you cast Pentap Prism for 2.
I think I might be at
Yeah. Okay.
11. I really want to trust that
Okay,
extra
yeah.
life.
Has
there.
chat not corrected the
Nope.
the
No.
record yet?
Oh, 1 definitely ain't it.
Chat.
Yeah, I definitely lost
believed in you.
one life from the Talisman.
If you did, then I didn't.
Oh,
I missed that.
You missed that.
If
Okay,
you- so
cool.
you are at
then
10.
we're at 10.
Okay. So it was the
Hold on.
talisman for casting the Gearhulk. Makes sense.
I thought you, because you need the black mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you tapped it for colorless. So you are at 10.
Oh, wait. I needed both. This is should be a 9.
Oh, great, you're at 9.
Great. we did it.
I'm not policing your lands too
We're
carefully.
curating the mysteries.
Exactly. So the big question is, are you going to counter Psy Master Thopterist?
I'm just trying to figure out.
No.
Okay. I have a Psy Master
You
Thopterist.
have Psy.
I'm going to go ahead and make white and... Well, yeah, white and black.
So you're taking a damage.
No, I can do this. Yeah, I have to do it that way. Yeah. So I'll take a damage.
Okay. Go to
Down to 8.
Cast Pentad Prism. Trigger.
Yes. Pentad Prism resolves, and Psy Maverick Thopterist makes a Thopter.
I get a Thopter. We got some counters over here.
That's how you can make a green mana.
I could, but I won't.
You'd be banned, but
I'll pay 3. I'll cast Trinket Mage.
That's also fine.
Trigger. Does Glowing just counter something, or does it attack something?
Counter is a non-creature spell.
Counters a non-creature. I knew it was a non-creature. I'm going to get a Sensei's Divining Top. Is there any reason not to run this out now to bait the counter? I think we're going to do it now.
You think I'm going to counter Sensei's Divining Top?
Ooh.
Rather than let you punt with all your decisions you have to make.
I mean, or you're just gonna counter Ugin the Spirit Dragon. It doesn't really matter.
I mean, Ugin's is not happening with Glenelendra
Yeah.
in play.
Yeah.
So you could just pretend that card's not in your hand.
What horrible punt am I making that you're not telling me about now? Let's find out. I'll cast Sensei's Divining Top.
Trigger on the stack.
Trigger.
You're at 8.
Wow, I appreciate that.
So hard.
I'm making Andy think so much.
I'm so curious. We don't have a curator to
Organize this mystery.
write into easily digestible pieces.
All right. It resolves.
Okay, so
You get your second thought.
I get my second Thopter. And I'll pass the turn. 2 Thopters. Everybody loves Thopters. They're like little robotic saprolings of the air. That's what we say, right?
Sure. I really want you to say it.
Combat.
Yeah.
Attack you for 2.
Interesting. Oh, you're definitely gonna blow one up with K command or interesting. So I'm at 8. I think I would rather not block.
All right.
Take 2?
Take 2.
Got a 6.
Yeah.
I've got you to 6. Pass the turn.
Wow. Here we go.
That had real preacher vibes. Just like casting a miracle.
Untap. Draw a card. So what am I worried about here? I should have spun the top during my upkeep.
What'd I say, chat? Let him resolve the top, and he'll punt away
That's
all
true.
the value.
Let's spin the top. It's really hard to do. Great. I will put these on top in this order and then crack the top.
Mm-hmm.
Very awkward. Draw on this card. I'll pay 2, cast Ichor Wellspring.
It's
Trigger.
fucking Ichor. Yeah, go ahead.
Ichor?
That's how you pronounce the word, Ichor.
I've heard
I'll
both.
consider it. I'll draw Sensei's Divining Top
Yeah, sure.
and make a Thopter.
Yep, that's fine.
Wow, I'm so glad that you're cool with all this. Different Thopter. At some point here, I am going to go to combat. Let's go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
That could say anything. I-chore?
Yeah, I feel like up there
Take
with
9?
like... let me think for 1 second. Does it matter if I want to attack with Psi? Yeah, I'll just attack this way.
All right, I'd take 9. Go to 3.
Oof.
Next question for me. I'll cast the top.
You're good.
Trigger. And pass the turn.
On your end step,
Ichor.
I'm going to petty theft one of your Thopters.
I'm going to respond. Pay 2, I'll take a damage.
One
Go
of the
to 5.
untapped
And
ones.
Yes, one of the
sacrifice
untapped ones.
the Thopter and the Wellspring.
Sure.
So trigger, I'll draw a card. Trigger, and I will draw a card.
This is
As
countered.
that resolves, and that's countered.
Yep.
So draw on 2. You may continue.
All right. I will do nothing else. I'll untap. I will draw. Play land. Cast Is It Charm? Mode is I draw 2, discard 2.
You got it.
Discard Avacyn's Judgment into Madness. Deal 5 to you. 6 to you, actually. No, it's 5. Because I'm leaving 1 open in case you have a counterspell for Glenalendra.
You got it.
Okay. I think you might have a way out.
Do I?
don't know. Yeah, I mean.
Do I have
So
any way to
what's
game?
the text on Revolt? It's like a permanent leaves the battlefield.
Yeah. But does that matter?
You're at 6, right?
No, he's at
No, I'm
5.
at 5.
He's
I'm
5.
at 5.
He took a damage
Oh,
last
yeah,
turn.
yeah. That should be
Oh,
updated. Yeah, I'm
okay,
at 5.
okay.
Otherwise, I would do it for 6, and he'd
Yeah.
be dead anyway.
Never
but
mind.
Sad. Oh, well.
yeah, the two cards I had,
getting to
the
do
2 cards I
some
had in
stuff.
hand for a million years were these 2 cards. So
Oh, and you were trying to figure out how
I
you
was
were dividing
trying
it.
to figure out
Gotcha.
whether I should be countering any of these non-creature spells, either with Glenalendra or Is It Charm, or whether I should just be playing for the eventual burn him out line.
Gotcha.
And I did have the Petty Theft up when I attacked with the Glenalendra Archmage, so if you had blocked, I would have just bounced the other one and one would have died.
Yeah.
But the 2 damage was really important to get to that particular
Yeah.
part of
I
the game.
probably should have left more mana up so I would.
I'm on edge. That was
Yeah.
like so many turns of like every little thing has to go right.
That was really not stressful for me because I just couldn't do anything for the first 12 turns.
I knew you were going to counter the Brazen Borrower, but I just need to get
Yeah.
rid of that Thopter. Anyway, this whole thing. If I didn't draw land, I need to get rid of the Thopter so I could have an attack with.
So you could attack.
It's fine. Everything's fine and normal.
Well, I did have Fatal Push, though, so I could have pushed Glenalendra. You could counter it, but
That would have been messy then.
that would have been messy.
because what I would have done is if I didn't draw land, and what I would have done is still done the same thing, but pointed 1 of the damage at the Thopters and the rest at your face, and you would have been at 2, and then I would have had to attack for the last 2.
Yeah.
Would have been messy.
I think it's how it would have been.
Well, I'm glad I got to do the thing a little bit, even though I didn't get to cast the Ugin when I had 9 lands in play.
Yeah, that was funny. You know, see, Ugin in your opening hand, naturally play a land every single turn
Yep,
up until
that's what you
turn
do.
Right.
7, and then you like miss for a couple turns. Yeah.
Ugin can I've had games where you slam Ugin, minusing doesn't do anything because all your opponent's permanents are colorless. Because
I mean, you can also just start bolting stuff.
Yeah.
and it's just like,
But sometimes you play it in a lot of formats. You play it specifically for the board wipe.
Right.
Yeah,
Here it's
yeah.
not
I
as
think
not
here-
quite as big of a bomb.
Right.
James, what other deck do you want to play?
Well, I would like to play Theo's deck.
Cool. How about you and Anthony play a little bit? I need a break.
Yeah, that sounds good.
you think I
I
don't
mean,
need a break?
I just played 2 back to back. You
True.
had one off, so
Okay.
You could also pick another deck. I've got a couple.
yeah, you
of
can pick a
them.
different deck. Yeah, but I'm getting off
take a
stream.
look.
You can't stop recording, James.
Okay, let's stop
But
it.
just stop recording, not stop streaming.
Okay.
We'll see if it crashes the